Introducing Saunaman. He's my little dummy that we're pulling out in front of the car to see how 10.69.3.1 reacts to these dummies. Now that's supposed to be a full-size man, and it seems to work pretty good with it. I'll be doing some demonstrations here in a minute. The setup here is just my driveway. I'll be putting it into full self-driving in the driveway and be approaching these dummies, and we'll see what reaction FSD has as these dummies are pulled across. Okay, we're in FSD, it's being pulled out, and you can see it just pretty much just comes to a stop. It does show it in the screen. It's showing a full-size person. Yeah, it's kind of fuzzy because it's out of focus, but it's still there. So it has actually worked. Here we have Sauna Boy. Now that's less than 3 feet tall, and so it's imitating a small child, kind of a fat one, but a small child anyway. So let's see what it does. Okay, we're in FSD. Heading more or less towards the dummy. Now the dummy's going to come out, and it does stop. It stops completely, and you can see that it's really not showing that dummy on the screen. I have another one here that is going to show it just a little bit, so let's take a look at it. Here it comes up again. The dummy's out, and it does stop, and it's made a more or less stop. It kind of starts going up again, and again it stops. I think it's just figured that it can't get around it. It doesn't have enough room to get around it. I don't think it should have moved at all, but that's what it did. Now here's a still showing it did actually show this up for a very brief period of time. It showed something. It wasn't definitive, but I didn't have legs that moved on this one either, so it was probably trying to figure out what it was, but it just barely showed it up. So I did this one again. Again, we're in full self-driving with the little dummy, and it's going to come out here pretty quick. Here it is. It's in full self-driving. The dummy's out. It's just a barely tiny glimpse of something out there. It has stopped. And let's take a look at what it actually showed. You can see that little kind of dot up there. It did actually show it up for a little bit, but it seems to be unsure of what it is. But it did stop for it. Okay, here we have a box. Now, I pulled this box out in front of this, and it's always had the same reaction, which is pretty much nothing. So let's see what happens. Okay, we're in full self-driving, moving along. The box is coming out and stopping in the center of the road, and I had to stop it there. It didn't recognize anything. It was high enough so that I think it would have actually damaged the car if it had been something hard. But so far, it's not reacting to things like a box at all. If I turn the box up the other way, it does, the tall side. So it does actually stop for it. But like the cat in my last video, it pretty much ignores anything that is that low. So how is it doing? Well, I've done this a few times before. I haven't done any videos on it, but it seems to be getting better. It used to just pretty much ignore the Sauna Boy dummy, but it's doing better on it. Sometimes it would see it before, but most of the time it didn't do anything, so I had to stop it. So I'll be doing some more of this. It's working, but it's not working anywhere near where it should work. That's it on this one.